गुड मॉर्निंग व्यूअर्स, मैं डॉक्टर एस के सिंह आज फिर लेके आया हूँ आपके सामने सवाल जवाब। सवाल जवाब इज़ अ वेब सीरीज wherein we are trying to answer the various queries of aspirants of undergraduate and postgraduate education। जैसा कि मैं हर बार कहता हूँ, फिर आपसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ, प्रार्थना कर रहा हूँ कि इन विपरीत परिस्थितियों में अपना ख्याल रखिएगा, सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का महत्व समझिएगा और जब भी कभी घर से बाहर जाते हैं तो मास्क लगाइएगा। वापस आने पे अपने को खुद को सैनिटाइज करिएगा। इससे आप अपनी रक्षा करेंगे, अपने परिवार वालों की रक्षा करेंगे और सरकार को सहयोग देंगे। हम सब मिलकर इस जंग को जीत जाएंगे, ये विश्वास है और ये विश्वास हमें सशक्त करना है। तो चलिए दर्शकों, आज सवाल जवाब की इस सीरीज़ में मैं आपके सामने एक कोर्स जो कि ग्रेजुएशन के बाद बच्चों को अपनी तरफ आकर्षित करता है, विल टॉक अबाउट MBA program, what all to be looked into when you are trying to enroll yourself or you are trying to figure out few things before entering into a MBA degree program, how to take a right decision, what all things are to be looked into while taking admission decision. We'll discuss all these questions and many more questions which will come to us through our online query module. Today we have with us Dr. Ritwik Dubey ji. Dr. Dubey is a known personality in his field. When it comes to his profiling, he is a wonderful person, a person par excellence. He had been exposed to various programs in academic domain as a professor, as an educator. He had been with the industry, been abroad, worked with various projects, and is the right person to answer your queries. वेलकम डॉक्टर ऋत्विक दुबे जी।
थैंक यू सर।
आपका हमारे इस सीरीज सवाल जवाब में स्वागत है। डॉक्टर साहब, शुरुआत करते हैं। MBA प्रोग्राम को लेकर के बच्चों के जहन में बहुत सारे सवाल होते हैं। आज हम कोशिश करेंगे कि उन्हीं सवालों का जवाब ढूंढें। सबसे पहला सवाल जो बच्चों के दिमाग में आता है वो होता है कि MBA करने के लिए क्या कोई एंट्रेंस देने की ज़रूरत है? तो ऐसे कौन कौन से एंट्रेंस एग्जाम हैं जिसको दे करके वो MBA प्रोग्राम में अपना एनरोलमेंट करा सकता है?
गुड मॉर्निंग सर। बहुत सारे बच्चों को ये लगता है जैसे कि कोई भी पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट प्रोग्राम में एडमिशन लेने के लिए वो डायरेक्ट अप्लाई कर सकते हैं और एनरोलमेंट ले सकते हैं, उसी तरीके से वो MBA में भी कर सकते हैं। हालांकि मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ HRD और AICTE की गाइडलाइंस इसके बारे में बिल्कुल क्लियर है कि बिना एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन के आप किसी भी MBA प्रोग्राम में एडमिशन नहीं ले सकते हैं। उसकी जो एलिजिबिलिटी कंडीशंस हैं, उन एलिजिबिलिटी कंडीशंस में ग्रेजुएशन 50% मार्क्स इज़ द मिनिमम। Apart from that, any of the 6 recognized entrance tests from the AICTE is to be given. The most popular ones are the MAT entrance examination, the CMAT entrance examination, and the ATMA entrance examination. These are the 3 most popular entrance examination for which the forms are still being filled, and in case if somebody is interested, he or she can actually apply by visiting their website and by applying for the entrance examination. This is a mandatory condition.
Great. So students and parents also, as Dr. Dubey has right now discussed and told us that yes, there are minimum eligibility to pursue MBA program. For that you need to be at least a graduate with 50% marks, and there are 6 different entrance examinations which are approved by various institutions and universities. Look for it, go to the website, look for what all entrance examinations they approve for, at least give one of them and go bang on. Go and pick your institution. डॉक्टर साहब, एक चीज़ और मैं जानना चाहूँगा, बच्चों के दिमाग में रहता है, आपने 6 एंट्रेंस एग्ज़ाम बताया है, कुछ और हैं जो कि बहुत प्रोमिनेंट हैं, जैसे कैट एग्ज़ाम्स हो गए, कैट हो गया। अब कैट के लिए क्या कोई विशेष तैयारी करनी पड़ती है, और क्या हर इंस्टीट्यूशन कैट को मान्यता देता है?
कैट भी जो 6 रिकग्नाइज्ड एग्जामिनेशन है MBA एंट्रेंस के, उसमें एक बहुत ही अहम रोल अदा करता है. It is one of the most sought after entrance examination for any MBA aspirants. Reason being, through CAT, people try to go for the top-notch institutions in India. They are very much popular by the name of IIM, and there are n number of IIMs now in India which are operational now. So, in order to gain entrance into such kind of an institutions, CAT score is a must, and in order to score good in the CAT entrance examination, one needs to prepare very much and very hard for it. Having said so, people do not understand one thing, and that is that once they reach in their graduation final year examination, they think that is the right time to start preparing for the CAT entrance examination, and they would be able to crack the CAT entrance examination, which in my opinion is a fallacy. Reason being, those who actually qualify the CAT entrance examination are those who have actually prepared it much before their final years. So, in case if you want to crack the CAT entrance examination, you need to prepare right from the word go once you take admission in your graduation course, because this is a highly competitive examination wherein all the top brains in the country fight for, vie for, and would like to qualify and crack it.
बहुत बढ़िया डॉक्टर साहब, जैसा कि आपने अभी बताया हमारे दर्शकों को कि कैट अगर आप IIMs वगैरह कर रहे हैं उसके लिए तो बहुत ज़रूरी है, बट कैट को मान्यता मिलती है, हर संस्थान देता है. एक चीज़ और मैं जानना चाहूँगा डॉक्टर साहब, बच्चों के मन में, क्योंकि MBA एक ऐसा वर्ड है, उसको लेकर के मास्टर्स इन बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जब आता है तो बच्चों को लगता है कि नहीं, कम्युनिकेशन विल प्ले अ वाइटल रोल इन MBA. इफ़ आई एम गुड एट कम्युनिकेशन देन ओनली आई एम गोइंग टू हैव अ वंडरफुल सक्सेस रेट, और there are analytical skills which are required to pursue MBA. So what all are the skill sets which a person should have, a student should have, if he is trying to look forward and pursue MBA?
See, MBA programs makes you the leader, and those who are aware about this field, they understand the concept of post-coc, in which there is one function by the name of directing. And under that function, there are the 3 elements which are very important. One is communication, of course, that you have talked about. Other is leadership, and third is the motivation part. In order to do all these things, there are certain prerequisites. One is that you need to have excellent communication skills. And in case if you don't have and you join a postgraduate program in management, that is MBA, you need to inculcate it with time, because you are going to work along with the people in order to get a job done. So communication will play a very vital role. Apart from that, as you have rightly pointed out, that analytical skills are important. Yes, indeed, the analytical skills are very important, because until unless you analyze a situation well, you wouldn't be drawing the right conclusions, and without drawing the right conclusions, you cannot take the right path in order to find a solution. A management graduate is supposed to invest 10% of its time on the understanding of the problem and 90% on its solution. So, having said so, the communication, apart from that, the analytical skills, visualization, looking into the future, envisaging as to what is going to happen becomes important. So, those of the students who actually think that they want to achieve big in the industry, in their own enterprise, or want to become an entrepreneur, they need to have all these skills as a prerequisite, or in case if they don't have, then they need to inculcate it during their 2 years MBA program.
So it is clearly understood now, and I think our students might have understood that. If you're not so good at communication, not so good at any specific skills, don't worry at all. Don't worry at all. The institutions are ready with their training structures, training programs, wherein they will imbibe these skills within you. They have a structured program wherein they focus upon skilling you with softer skills, the core technical skills, the core domain skills. So you need not to worry about, if you join a wonderful institution, certainly you will be enhancing your skills. Before moving further, let me tell you one more aspect of Dr. Dubey. Dr. Dubey is presently working as a director with Amrapali Group of Institute. when I talk about Ampali Group Institute, it is a leading institute of Northern India, and it has wonderful rankings as an accolade, which is evident and which makes it known in the entire academic segment. Dr. Dubey is director for the Faculty of Commerce and Business Management, and Dr. Dubey is a teacher par excellence. Let me be very clear here. So, Dr. साहब, आप क्योंकि टीचर भी हैं, तो हर डायरेक्टर, एक प्रोफेसर, एक टीचर होता है, और वो टीचिंग स्किल्स उसकी कहीं जाती नहीं है. बच्चे जो हैं वो जब कोई MBA प्रोग्राम करना चाहते हैं तो उनके दिमाग में कई तरीके की दुविधाएं होती हैं. उनमें से एक दुविधा ये भी होती है कि मैं क्यों रेगुलर MBA करूं. मेरे पास तो डिस्टेंस MBA करने का भी ऑप्शन है, मेरे पास तो ऑनलाइन MBA करने का भी ऑप्शन है, मैं PhD भी कर सकता हूं. लेकिन जब हम देखते हैं, when we look at the overall scenario, the job scenarios, still the core MBAs, the regular MBAs, they are the most preferred lot of students. Why it is so? And why there is a confusion amongst these 3-4 programs?
Sir, I am very happy that you have asked this question. Generally, people go through all these kinds of advices at certain point in time in their life. See, the validity, the recognition of MBA, Masters in Business Management, is far, far better than any PGDM or any online MBA degree. Reason being, the industry actually wants a candidate who has undergone 2 years full-time regular on-campus program in management. They prefer those candidates. PGDM became a fashion in the first decade of this 21st century, reason being there were lesser number of MBA colleges. And with the proliferation of management education, the candidates' interest increased. So those institutions who could not get affiliation for the MBA program started offering PGDM because the ICT facilitated them. And PGDM is considered to be a diploma, wherein the MBA is considered to be a degree program. But whatever the case, those who actually go for the online education in the management is something which I actually do despise of. Why? Because the industries are not looking forward to such kind of a candidate. Those who have achieved some middle level management or maybe top level managerial positions and want to enhance their skills, it is well and good. They want to augment themselves, it is perfectly alright. But for any new starter, for any newbie, those who actually would like to have a lot of good career and times to come, they should actually be going for the MBA regular degree program. And in case if they want to apply abroad, the transcription of the MBA degree is far easier than any of the other degree programs.
So viewers, you might have understand the basic idea behind these courses. When you are picking a regular MBA degree program, what kind of benefits you reap in. There are a few more things which you need to look into. When we talk about MBA regular program, there are few things which are imbibed into that. When I talk about things which are imbibed into that, means you get a chance of doing live projects, you get a chance of having live expert series within the campus wherein you have discussions with experts, you participate in conferences, conclaves, in seminars, and that kind of exposure you won't get on an online degree program. Then behind that, when you move further, there are some short training programs within this MBA curriculum, and these short trainings are skill specific trainings, and they give you a wonderful exposure, and these exposures are something which you will miss when you go for an online program or online degree. As rightly said by Dr. Dubey, anyone who is at mid-management manager level has not done an MBA program, yes, he or she can certainly pursue an online MBA program. There is no harm in that. Dr. साहब, आगे बढ़ते हैं, एक चीज़ करते हैं. बच्चों के जहन में एक चीज़ आती है कि एक सवाल अक्सर आता है कि हम MBA प्रोग्राम तो कर लेंगे, लेकिन MBA में कौन सा स्पेशलाइजेशन लेंगे. स्पेशलाइजेशन पिक करने के लिए क्या तरीका होता है, क्या सिनेरियो है, कैसे जज करेगा बच्चा कि द काइंड ऑफ स्किल्स ही और शी इज हैविंग विल बी फिटिंग इनटू अ पर्टिकुलर स्पेशलाइजेशन. एंड देन देयर आर सिंगल स्पेशलाइजेशन, देयर आर डुअल स्पेशलाइजेशन, देयर आर मल्टी स्पेशलाइजेशन. इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा आप बताएंगे बच्चों को हमारे.
सो इट्स अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन एंड वेरी वैलिड क्वेश्चन. जो बच्चे ये कंफ्यूजन में रहते हैं कि MBA प्रोग्राम के दौरान क्या स्पेशलाइजेशन लिया जाए, उनके लिए कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी हैं जो उनके लिए जानना ज़रूरी है. And one of those things is to map themselves. And when is the good time to map yourself? आप MBA डिग्री प्रोग्राम देखें तो आफ्टर फर्स्ट ईयर they have to go for their summer internship in a particular industry for a period of 45 days to 60 days depending upon the university requirements, and therein during those 45 days 60 days they get to work on different aspects in a particular company. While working on the different aspects, they come to understand as to what is their forte, where they are performing good. That is the first clue that they get while doing their summer internship as to what kind of a specialization that he or she should opt for. Mapping oneself is very important. Mapping the interest that one is having is very important. Mapping the aptitude that one is having is very important in order to go for choosing the specializations. You asked about the singular specialization courses, MBA courses, the dual specialization, the major minor. Yes, there are certain options wherein there are few universities which offer only singular specialization. For example, MBA in say supply chain management. There are universities which actually offer dual specialization. Let's say MBA with marketing and finance as two dual specialization. There are universities which offer MBA with major and minor. For example, you can go for major in HR, minor in international business, and there are multiple other options available. But what I would suggest student is that whatever specialization that you choose, the road ahead will require you to go deep into that particular specialization. One way is to study the subjects and to get the training in the particular specialization. Apart from that, go for the certification programs in that particular field of interest. Once you start gaining certification in a particular field, your skill pool will improve. And it is the skill pool which actually gets rewarded in the market.
So students, it is all about skilling yourself, be it any program. And when you are talking about a postgraduate level program, certainly you need to have a lot of add-ons accumulated. So as Dr. Dubey rightly said, you need to go for add-on certifications, and then specializations are there, and there's a stage of taking these specialization. So your queries are moreover answered here. Dr. Dubey, Amrapali has seen a journey of 2 decades, and you are associated with Amrapali. अब ये 20 साल पुराना कोई संस्थान हो जाता है तो उसकी अपनी कुछ खासियत हो जाती हैं, उसके पास कुछ पर्टिकुलर ऐसी चीज़ें हो जाती हैं जो कि उसे अलग करता है बाकियों से. तो आम्रपाली संस्थान में ऐसा क्या है? जैसे हम सुनते हैं, हम कई बार से पता चलता है कि आम्रपाली लाइव प्रोजेक्ट पे बच्चों को बहुत एम्फेसिस देता है. इसके अलावा हम ये भी सुनते हैं कि आप लोग शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेनिंग्स पे बहुत जोर देते हैं, आप स्किल सर्टिफिकेशन के महत्व को समझते हैं. तो इसके अलावा और क्या चीज़ है, मतलब कि आम्रपाली ऐसा क्या है जो कि उसे अपार्ट फॉर करता है, जो कि बाकी भीड़ से अलग करता है?
पहला जिस चीज़ को मैं पॉइंट आउट करना चाहूँगा वो है फैकल्टी स्ट्रेंथ. The kind of faculty members that Amrapali possesses is something which I haven't seen in other institutions. They are highly qualified. They have very nice grounding. They are very good trainers, very good teachers, very well aware, very current. So this is one thing which is the starting point for any student who tries to get enrollment into this Amrapali group in the MBA or any of the FCBM programs. Secondly, yes, you have rightly said that we emphasize more on live projects, we emphasize on trainings, we emphasize on certifications. There is one very interesting fact that I would like to share is that whenever the class coordinator, which is known as the class teacher of a particular batch, goes for announcing the certifications, he or she is also supposed to have cleared the certification or have to enroll herself in order to clear the certification. So that is how the students get motivated, they get all the guidance. Moreover, we have created an academy in the institution which takes care of the industry requirements. The students get trained in various fields which the industry actually demands. We go for regular industrial visits, and those industrial visits are actually a project driven thing wherein the students are assigned certain projects before visiting the industry and they need to complete that project before coming back. So whatever we do it is with an objective that we do, and these things actually differentiate us from the rest of the players in this market.
Even I have heard that your Central Training and Placement Department focuses more on inventorying your students. Like in initial year, in first semester itself, the skill inventory is being done. Then the students are taught about how to frame short-term goals, long-term goals. They are given a clear objective, and they are being mapped at different level. Is it something which creates a different image for Amrapali?
Sir, any institution's training and placement department is the backbone. And the kind of training and placement facilities that Amrapali boasts of is correct. It is headed by a very talented individual, and you have rightly said that the students undergo the workshop wherein the life goals, their career goals, their immediate and long-term goals are discussed. A roadmap is provided, and their needs, their training needs analysis is done, and based on those analysis, the action plan is devised and is taken care of. Not only that, if you talk about the placements, the variety of placements that our students get is something which actually many of the institutions may envy. There are various sectors wherein our students are working, and there are various new sectors which are actually getting added to our portfolios. There are certain companies in NCR wherein our alumni account for more than, say, 20% of their workforce. So this is an achievement of CTPD in the department.
डॉक्टर साहब, मैं ये एक मौका है तो मैं इस पे आपको बधाई भी देना चाहूँगा। सुना है आपके डिपार्टमेंट ने, आपकी फैकल्टी ने अभी रिसेंटली उनको एक अच्छी रैंकिंग मिली है GHRDC सर्वेज में, और भी कई रैंकिंग्स आप लोग को मिलती रहती है, तो इसका श्रेय आप किसको देना चाहेंगे ऐसी रैंकिंग्स का?
सर, मैं पहले तो आम्रपाली का जो मैनेजमेंट बोर्ड है, जो हमारे विजनरी हैं, जिन्होंने इस रास्ते को दिखाया है और हम सबको मेहनत करने की, अच्छा करने की और हमेशा अपने आप को इम्प्रूव करने की प्रेरणा देते हैं, मैं पहला तो श्रेय उन्हीं को देना चाहूँगा। बाकी श्रेय मेरे बच्चों को और फैकल्टी मेंबर्स को, जिन्होंने बहुत मेहनत की है इन रैंकिंग्स को लाने में। ये उन्हीं की मेहनत है जिसके चलते हम लोग टाइम्स की रैंकिंग में, GHRDC की रैंकिंग में, बिजनेस स्टैंडर्ड की रैंकिंग में, द वीक की रैंकिंग में, हर जगह एक अच्छे स्थान को लगातार हर साल प्राप्त करते जा रहे हैं।
चलिए डॉक्टर साहब, हमारा जो ये सीरीज़ है इसमें हम सवाल लेते हैं बच्चों के, तो इसी सिलसिले में MBA से रिलेटेड हमारे पास कुछ सवाल आए हुए हैं। सबसे पहला सवाल आया हुआ है कि आकाश शर्मा जी का। आकाश शर्मा कहते हैं कि आई हैवंट गिवन एनी एंट्रेंस एग्जाम टिल डेट, सो हाउ कैन आई गो फॉर एडमिशन फॉर MBA प्रोग्राम?
बहुत अच्छा सवाल है, और ग्रेजुएशन फाइनल ईयर में मैं इनको बधाई दूंगा कि इनको कम से कम एक फर्स्ट हैंड आइडिया है कि एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन मैंडेटरी होता है MBA कोर्स को करने के लिए। मैट का एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन जो मई में होना था वो शेड्यूल्ड है जून में, और उसके फॉर्म्स ऑनलाइन अवेलेबल हैं जिसको 7 जून तक भरा जा सकता है, 7 जून। वेबसाइट है www.aima.in, उस पर जाके कर दें और उस एंट्रेंस एग्जामिनेशन में वो अपीयर करें। अपीयर करने के बाद उनको स्कोर कार्ड मिलेगा, उस स्कोर कार्ड के साथ और अपने क्रेडेंशियल्स के साथ ग्रेजुएशन के उनको इंस्टीट्यूशंस में अप्लाई, फॉर्म भरते समय जो उन्होंने अप्लाई किया होगा, अगर वहाँ की मेरिट लिस्ट में वो आते हैं उनको कॉल जाएगी और उसमें आगे की सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस में वो पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं।
इसी सिलसिले में आगे बढ़ते हैं तो हमारे पास अगला सवाल आया है श्वेता का। श्वेता का कहना ये है, शी इज आस्किंग फॉर व्हाट ऑल डुअल स्पेशलाइजेशन आई कैन हैव इफ आई परस्यू MBA फ्रॉम आम्रपाली।
अभी तक जो स्पेशलाइजेशन आम्रपाली दे रहा था, सिंस वी आर एफिलिएटेड टू उत्तराखंड टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी, as per the university syllabus there were 4 specializations that were being offered. One is marketing, second finance, third is human resources, and fourth is international business. But the syllabus has undergone the revision, and there are various exciting specializations which have popped up, and it is for the benefit of the viewers also that the specializations like artificial intelligence, supply chain management, specializations related to retail, specializations related to banking and insurance, these are specializations which are now being added to the MBA syllabus. Altogether, almost 21 new specializations concurrent with the requirement of the industry is coming up since the university has revised this syllabus. So therefore, the students can get a host of choices in order to pursue the.
तो श्वेता, जैसा कि आप डॉक्टर दुबे बता रहे हैं, आपको आपके सवाल का जवाब मिल चुका होगा कि स्पेशलाइजेशन की बहुत ऑप्शंस हैं आपके पास आम्रपाली में। अगर आप आम्रपाली में MBA करती हैं तो आप उसके लिए बेफिक्र होइए। शायद आप जो फील्ड में इंटरेस्टेड है वो स्पेशलाइजेशन या वो वाले स्पेशलाइजेशन आपको जरूर मिलेगा आम्रपाली में। डॉक्टर साहब, अगला सवाल हमारे पास आया है मीनाक्षी बहुगुणा का। मीनाक्षी का कहना ये है, मैं इंग्लिश में ज़्यादा अच्छी नहीं हूँ, तो स्टिल कैन आई गो फॉर MBA प्रोग्राम? हम इस बात पर पहले भी चर्चा कर चुके हैं।
Yes, answer is yes. See, once we say about communication skills, people understand that it is only English that the communication skill is concerned with. It is not only English, it is the national mother tongue, Hindi, the regional language. There are companies which are operating in the market and they require people who are bilingual, who are adept with the local dialect, aware about the local language. So in case if you are good in Hindi, you can subsequently improve your English in your 2 years duration in the MBA program. But if you say that having Hindi as the only language known, you cannot do well in the MBA, this is something which I do not understand. You can do very well in case if you are able to communicate and express yourself and get the job done, you are very well qualified.
In the same trail, there is a question from Ravi Babbar. Ravi is asking that if I am going to pursue MBA, can I join a retail sector or an insurance company after doing MBA?
Yes, you can join any sector, any industry on this globe.
So
MBA
Ravi,
is one such program.
So Ravi, you can always go and join. To go ahead and do your MBA program. Don't worry about it. Next question is from Geeta Pant. Geeta is asking about the admission process at Amrapali, and is there any facility of online admission?
Yes, Geeta, I would suggest that you visit our website, which is www.amrupali.ac.in, which may be flashing in the footer also in the video. You can go on to that website, log on to that website. There is an admissions tab. You click on that and perhaps you can go for your online registration process.
So गीता, आपको आम्रपाली में ऑनलाइन रजिस्ट्रेशन एडमिशन दोनों की प्रक्रिया आपके लिए संभव है। तो जैसे डॉक्टर साहब बता रहे हैं, आप जाइए वेबसाइट को विजिट करिए एंड गो अहेड एंड पिक योर पर्टिकुलर कोर्स। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम नेहा। नेहा का कहना ये है, सर मैं आम्रपाली से अगर MBA करती हूँ तो मुझे किस सेमेस्टर में इंटर्नशिप मिलेगी और ये इंटर्नशिप कितने समय की होगी?
वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन। MBA प्रोग्राम जो है वो 4 सेमेस्टर्स में डिवाइडेड है. देयर आर 4 सेमेस्टर्स इन द MBA प्रोग्राम. After the completion of the second semester, as per the university syllabus, you are allowed to go for the summer internship program. The duration, minimum prescribed duration is 45 days, but it can be extended till 60 days, depending upon the requirements of the company and the leverage that the institution can provide to the candidate.
Next query is from Upma Joshi. Upma is asking, okay, she is confused between MBA or B.Ed. Upma, if you are confused, you got to get your answer to yourself. Look, both are different course altogether. If you are thinking about MBA, I would say MBA makes you a professional, a person with versatility, a person who is going to see the entire world. And if you are talking about B.Ed, again a wonderful program, a specialized program. But if you have a teaching skill within yourself, then you should go for B.Ed. So the answer lies with you, Upma. I won't ask this thing to Dr. Dubey because ये ऐसे सवालों का जवाब तो आपको खुद ढूंढना पड़ता है. चलिए डॉक्टर साहब, समय की कमी है इसलिए हम और सवाल नहीं ले पाएंगे. Students, you can keep on writing us on the link mentioned below for any type of query pertaining to any program. In our next series, we'll take it up. In the next episode, we'll certainly answer those queries. So जो नीचे आपके लिंक दिख रही है उस लिंक पे अपनी क्वेरीज हमें जरूर भेजिएगा. और डॉक्टर साहब, आपका हमारे साथ इस सीरीज में, इस एपिसोड में जुड़ने के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद.
थैंक यू सर.
और उम्मीद करते हैं जल्दी किसी और प्रोग्राम में आपके साथ दोबारा मिलेंगे. सो डियर व्यूअर्स, दिस इज ऑल फॉर द डे. टेक बेटर केयर ऑफ योर सेल्फ, सावधानी बरतिए, अपना ख्याल रखिए, अपने आसपास कोई भी हाथ आपको अगर मदद के लिए आपकी तरफ बढ़ता दिख रहा है तो उसे जरूर पकड़िए, उसे मदद उसकी जरूर करिए, बट सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का ख्याल रखते हुए। सरकार का, शासन का सपोर्ट करिए, अपने दायित्वों का निर्वाह करिए सही तरीके से। फिर मिलते हैं आपसे अगले एपिसोड के लिए, तब तक के लिए नमस्कार।